Hey guys, hey guys, good morning, everybody. It is Friday, February 25th. So happy Friday, everybody. It is 6:23. So market is going to open in about 7 minutes. I'm going to go and set up this room real quick and then we'll get started with our session for the day. Let's see. I think the market's going to move smooth today. I mean, it's kind of bullish right now, but I still don't trust that bullish push. There's a lot of liquidity sitting on the bottom side, so I probably expect it to come back down, but we're gonna be a bit careful. So let me just finish setting up this room and then we'll get started with our session for the day. There's something wrong with like YouTube today. Seems like there's so many errors when I try to set up this live stream. That's fine. Yeah, that's good. All right. Set. All right, cool. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right. All right, guys, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Sorry for the late start. YouTube's been having issues with the live stream, so I had to reset it like about 5 times today. But it looks like it's good now. So good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, February 25th. Happy Friday. 6:26 right now. Market's going to open in about 4 minutes. So let me just get started with drawing up my liquidity areas right here real quick so that we can get started with our analysis prior to market open. So let's get everything all set up right here. So if you guys are just joining the room, guys, I was mentioning that fundamentals are somewhat bullish right now. However, there's a ton of liquidity sitting here on the bottom. So I do think price is probably going to drop. It's probably just a temporary push to the upside before. I mean, there's a ton of liquidity right here. If you guys just look at the chart, there's a lot sitting below that needs to be triggered sooner than later. So I do expect price to come down at some point. There's liquidity on the top too, but I think overall price is probably going to be dropping. It's 6:27 right now. Market is going to open in about 3 minutes. So we'll get started and take a look at retail sentiment and whatnot. So morning, Miles, morning, Peter, morning, Kenny, morning, Maria, morning, Brenda, morning, Kenneth, morning, Saren, morning, Ruin, morning, Barack, morning, Steven. Morning, everybody. Morning, Fahad. Yeah, Barack said, cheers to another day of not blowing our FTMO accounts. Morning, Marisa. Morning, Jonathan. Morning, everybody. All right, guys, market is going to open in about 3 minutes. So let's take a look at the retail sentiment right now. I've marked up pretty much all of the liquidity areas here. You can see that there's a lot of liquidity on the bottom side. There is still some on the top side as well, but for the most part, there's a lot on the bottom side. So I do expect price to come down overall for the day today. Looking over at retail sentiment is currently it is currently 62% long, so it is very bearish right now. We're definitely looking for sells overall. Looking over at the fundamentals, they're currently up 100 or actually currently up only 69 points. When the market does open in the next 2 minutes, price can easily just come right back down. Retail sentiment 62% long, so we're definitely looking for sells. I'm not sure if there's any news right now regarding the war. I mean, there's going to be news coming out all throughout the week, all throughout the month, but for the most part, I think market has started to stabilize a bit. I do think price is probably going to come dropping down further with time. So let me just set this up over here as well for the clean chart. So let's mark this up real quick. I'm probably not going to take the breakout, or I don't even know if I'm going to trade today, just like yesterday. It's still going to be a risky day today, guys. So I would be careful with any trade that you guys decide to take. For one, it's Friday, which makes it, risky as is. Two, the war is still going on. The war hasn't gone anywhere. So it's going to be a risky day altogether. However, if I do see something good, obviously I'll take the trade, but currently right now, we're going to be a bit careful. So the market is going to open in about 20 seconds, guys. So let's see how the market moves. We'll see if fundamentals start to drop. If fundamentals drop to the downside, then our bias will confirm for a sell, and we'll start looking for some possible sells. However, I'm probably not going to be looking for any buys today, especially with retail sentiment so far long. So let me mark this up right here. There we go. Market is now open. Let's take a look at the breakout. I know you're here, Steven, so I know that's what you're looking for. What you're looking for at this moment, Steven, is a strong red candle. One thing that you want to be careful for is that the New York high is right here, this green line. So even if you do get a confirmation for a sell here, price might just fake out and swing to the upside. So you definitely want to be careful, mainly because it's right next to the sessions here. Also, there's no strong red candle yet, so there's not going to be an entry anytime soon. We'll give it some time. So no strong red candle here. There's not going to be an entry unless this closes as a strong red candle. If you get a buy signal, then your bias will change for a buy. However, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not really looking to take any buys because retail sentiment is currently indicating that we should be looking for sells. Retail sentiment is going to outweigh fundamentals. Also, we want fundamentals to be very strong. So looking at the fundamentals right now, the Dow is currently up 130 points, S&P is up 10 points, NASDAQ's up 1 point, Russell 2K is up 51 points. Retail sentiment is still 62% long, so they're conflicting. So I wouldn't recommend taking any buys at the moment. Looking at current price right here, this would possibly be the strong red candle that you're looking for. However, as I mentioned, it's going to come really close to the sessions right here. I'm not sure if you want to take that trade because it makes it very risky. We'll see how this candle closes, but until then, Rick said Flitz Disneyland is waiting. Yeah, how'd you know, Rick? I'm going to Disneyland today. Morning, Rashida. Morning, Fahad. Morning, everybody. So let's see. No breakout yet, Steven. It's 6:32 right now. So we got about 3 minutes if the breakout doesn't happen. Rick's even talking about all week. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, because we were supposed to do the mentoring session today, right? Or someone wanted it. I think Kenny wanted it on Friday, but I can't go today. I mean, I can't hold it this Friday. So Steven, this is the candle you're kind of looking for right here. If you have a strong green candle with a buy signal, this will be your catalyst for the breakout. However, I don't really recommend taking it because, obvious reasons, retail sentiment is short. But I will mark it up for you, even though I'm not going to take it, and I'm not really going to recommend people take it. I will mark it up if it does close so that you can follow it. Because I know this is like the one trade that you look for every morning. It is also hitting liquidity, so this might be a good thing for you. But just a reminder, I'm not going to take it myself. So, it's going to indicate that this is probably a risky trade. So the buy signal did not close there. There's no confirmation of a breakout, Steven. You have about 2 more minutes. If the breakout doesn't happen in 2 minutes, then there's going to be no breakout today. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw a line at opening price. So opening price was around right here at 630. There we go. Man, huge bullish candle right there. Just hit through liquidity. All the liquidity areas that I drew right here, broke right through it, and then it shot right through. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to keep pushing up. So, Steven, this is going to be your strong green candle that you're looking to enter for the breakout. However, it's too big of a candle, so I don't recommend you enter right away if you do plan on entering. What's going to happen here is price will probably come back and retrace, and then it'll probably swing back up. So this is the breakout right here, Steven. However, it's not one that I would recommend to take because it's going against retail sentiment. And for all of my trades, I do trade with the bias. This strategy doesn't necessarily require you trade in the direction of bias, but you know, the more confidence that you have, the better. So there goes a breakout right there. It looks like it's about to hit TP. If you're in this position, Steven, move your stop loss and profit. It already hit TP right there, it looks like. Yeah, it did. So full TP on the breakout right here, Steven. I'm not sure if you caught it or if you're, because I know you like taking a breakout, even though I tell you it's risky. So if you caught it, Steven, you should be pulled out in profit already. If not, move your stop loss and profit and keep pushing it higher. So if you guys are wondering why this was a breakout, I'll put the requirements here for the breakout strategy. For this, you're just confirming the bias, retail sentiment and fundamentals. Obviously, you can see right here, only fundamentals met and technicals. So you have two of the three. For me personally, I like making sure that retail sentiment is confirming that direction. But you know, if you wanted to just confirm fundamentals and technicals, this could have been it right here because you have 2 out of 1. Reason for it being bullish is that fundamentals were above 100 points. They're up 300 points right here. Technicals confirm that it's bullish as well because price is above the pivots and the trend meter is green. Second, you want to confirm that you're trading in the direction of momentum. Right here is a buy signal, so momentum is pushing to the upside. Third, you want to confirm a strong candle in the direction of momentum, meaning little to no wick in that direction. This candle right here was a green momentum candle with little to no wick on the top side. So with that said, you would enter it for 500 pips, and this would be the move for a full TP. So yeah, Steven, I haven't seen you said anything, so I'm not sure if you're in it, if you caught it. If you are, make sure that you pulled out in profit already, because it did hit full TP. So, all right, so that's that. We're done with that right there. I'm going to clean this up right here, and we're going to start looking for other trades. So, Steven, if you caught that, nice work. Whoever else caught it, great work. It's just too risky for me to take any buys right now, especially with you know, all that's going on. So let me see if there was, I believe there was news this morning, right? So let me go over here real quick. There was news at 5:30, and there's going to be news at 7. So at 7, there's going to be revised UOM consumer sentiment, pending home sales, revised UOM inflation expectations. Plus, we have the Fed monetary policy report today as well, which is tentative. So what I'll do right here is I'll draw a line at 7 o'clock. Also, I'm going to draw a line at news price, which was right over here. All right, so price might be coming right back down. You want to be careful if you guys are looking for any buys, because you guys can see here, there's a ton of liquidity down here. So when price does finally come back down, which it will hit all of this liquidity and probably, you know, pretty much dump way down here. I don't know if it'll drop all this way today. This is a really big drop. It's probably not going to drop all the way down here today. This will probably come down by next week, but this is a 7,000 pip move. So we might have a drop down to this area, and then it might just, so this is kind of what I expect. Price will probably consolidate a bit. Maybe by the end of today, it'll come back to this area where the sessions are. And then from here, it'll probably just go sideways. One thing that you want to keep in mind is the stuff going on in Russia. So not that, you know, we're trying to focus on that, but for the most part, if Russia bombs Ukraine again, or something happens, or they come to some sort of agreement, it'll affect the market, right? So I think this is the main thing here, where Kyiv braces for a Russia attack, and then the EU preps Putin for asset freeze. So this is definitely going to. All right, so it says tobacco giant Philip Morris International suspends Ukrainian operations. It's just a lot of stuff that is still. So as you can see right here, so Putin says Putin ready to negotiate with Kyiv. So, whenever any updates happen regarding the war, it's going to affect the market. If something bad happens, price will just come right back down. You just got to make sure that you're not in a trade during that time, because that's going to be the main catalyst here. I don't think any other news will really affect the market as much as the war, obviously. But we'll see. Nice. Yeah, Matt said it hit old liquidity from February 23rd. Yeah, no, definitely. And that's why it's kind of important sometimes that you draw liquidity on the higher time frames, because you can see exactly where there's more liquidity sitting. So I'll go over here and just put a line up here, because we'll see if it comes back down from this point. Let me go over here and clean up the messy chart over here. I think this is a low. Let me just turn this on real quick. Yep, so this is a low. This is a high. Uh, 7 o'clock is news. 6:30 is market open right here. The news happened at 5:30, which was right there. And there goes our markup. So as you can see here, you can see it better on the clean chart. There's a ton of liquidity sitting right here. Like a lot of these double lines. So there's a big liquidity zone right there, right there, right there, and below here. Let's see if price continues to push up higher. It is right now. So I'll just take this off for the moment. Looks like price is trying to be bullish from open till 7, but I mean, this can turn around rather quickly. We just got to wait for the confirmation here. All right, so not really too much going on here. Let me check on the higher time frames. Nice work, Steven. So Steven said goal reached. He took micro scalps. Not sure if you mean goal reached by you passed your challenge again, Steven, or if you just met your off goal for the day. So guys, man, Steven's killing it. Super consistent. We'll see where it goes from there. So let's see. Ruin said daily V3. Daily V3. That's crazy. I would not be able to do a daily V3, but yeah. So let's go on the daily chart. Let's see. Ruin. Yeah, so this would be a daily V3. I mean, it meets criteria, but I'm not going to hold the trade for that long. That's way too long to be holding it. 10,000 pips. Technically, yeah, this would be or no, it wouldn't, because you want to be trading the direction of bias. So if you're using the bias, this wouldn't satisfy. So like, see this right here? I mean, so if you're trading on the daily, it's going to be kind of impossible to trade with the bias. But if you were to use this here, I mean, yeah, technically this would be a V3, which is it's well over 10,000 pips. It's more like 1,200 pips. But who knows? I mean, it could hit. You guys can see the other trades here as well. I mean, one of the couple of things that you can probably take off when trading on the daily is going to be the bias and the pending momentum, because you're probably not going to catch pending momentum when trading on the daily, because you're only gonna get a momentum signal like once a day. You can go like 10 days, 20 days without getting a momentum signal. But like if you were to take something like this right here, this is another V3, or even this one. There's like a bunch of V3s here. if we just go back, you can kind of see. So like right here, there's a V3. This obviously would have hit full TP. It's another 1,200 pips. But this is 12,000 pips, actually, not even 1,000, it's 12,000 pips. Again, right here, like another V3 for a sell. This would be for more so about 1,306 pips. Oops, 1,000. Well, you guys get the gist of it. 1,306 pips. Another full TP right there. So I mean, you guys can use this on different time frames. It's just you're going for some extreme moves and trading on the daily. All right, back to the clean chart over here. As you can see, price is now coming back down. This is actually a V1 right here. So a double wick rejection V1, full TP right there. So I mean, I'm waiting for a confirmation, but if you were to take the V1 right here, looks like it already hit full TP at that point. There you go. V1 full TP and a V3 as well, actually. Thanks, Maddie, for confirming that. But what I'm looking for is for price to come back below. You can see where price is now dropping. Price is coming down to opening price right here, this dotted blue line, and this this pink line right here, which is the news. So price is now coming back down. This is basically what we were waiting for and anticipating. The fundamentals aren't going to line up with our bias though, because they're still so very high. It's still currently up 212 points. Looking over here at retail sentiment is currently 60% long. So there's still a lot of traders on the long side. So we're definitely still trying to do the opposite. This is a V3 buy, not one that I would necessarily recommend taking because we're looking for a sell, but I mean, it might hit CP, who knows? Because price will probably bounce around this area. What I'm looking for is for price to come back down and switch to a sell bias. Currently at the moment, it isn't a bullish bias, but looks like it's making its way down. That is my odd. Dude, the weather's been so cold lately. All right, so let's see what happens here. I see 6 said it's snowing there. I know it's not that cold. I mean, it's cold, but it's not that cold. It's just cold here. Can't deal with that snow. All right, so price is like barely moving. We'll see if it drops below. What I'm looking for here is, I mean, I'm gonna need a big push for me to start taking some sells because there's a lot of red flags here. Like one thing that I'm gonna be worried about is the opening price and news price, which is right here. Also the sessions, which is right here. And then again, the next sessions, which is down here. So there's a lot of areas of caution right there. So in order for me to take trades, I'm probably gonna need price to be like way below here, like down here before I start looking for trades, because there's gonna be a lot of areas where price can bounce from when it gets near that area. But as you can see, price is starting to make its way down as it establishes lower highs. Right there. All right, let's see. C6 said it was 50s. It was in the 50s yesterday, basically New England summer, people walking around in shorts. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. If it ever gets like below like 62 degrees here in California, this is freezing for us. I think it's like 60 degrees right now. No way. There's no way it's 80 degrees out there, right? Oh, nice. Yes, the ruins in Florida, so he knows. Similar to California weather. Yeah, during the day it's like 70 over here. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, Rick. I thought you said it was 80 degrees over there right now. I was like, there's no way it's 80 degrees in Arizona. But yeah, no, Rick said whenever it's under 80 degrees, it's cold in Arizona, which I do, I agree, because it does get windy out there. So when it gets cold, you definitely feel it. All right, guys. So no entries here available yet, but you can see that price is currently now going sideways down this area right here. It's starting to create a smaller range, which is good. We want price to squeeze. When price squeezes, then it's preparing for a breakout. So at the moment, we're just waiting for this to break out of this area. If price does push to the upside, that's fine. Maybe our bias will change for a buy. I doubt it, but we'll just see. We'll take whatever the market gives us. Rick says yes, frostbite. Yeah, Peter, you're in Canada, right? -15 over there. That's crazy. Yeah, I definitely can't do with that weather. -15. Can't even do anything below 50 in Montreal. Yeah, you guys are having like a snowstorm out there. All right, guys, so nothing really going on in the market. Let's see how far the market is ranging right now. So let's measure this right here. It's ranging about 1,000 pips. So it's actually having some pretty decent movement. It's not like dead snail movement. It looks like dead snail movement, but it's not really snail movement because it is pushing. Each candle here is probably pushing about 300 pips or so. So it's enough to hit a TP if we were to take, a V3 or a V1 or a V2 or whatever you guys want to take. It's enough space to catch a lot of these 1 minute entries here, especially if you're pushing for like 100 pips, right? So at the moment right now, there's nothing going on. Price is just going sideways. We're going to keep following it. When price does finally give us an entry, we'll see if we can take it. If not, then we're going to hold off for a bit. Let me just make sure there's no order blocks sitting around the area, because that was one thing that we could have looked at last time in avoiding bad trades. So it looks like there's an order block down here, but it's pretty far down. It wouldn't really matter because it's getting close to these news prices right here. So if price was to come down to that area, we wouldn't take the trades anyways. It's not a big deal. See if there's anything that looking for. Rick said you want a green card, Peter. Oh man. For a while, I was thinking about moving to Canada for a while, a couple years back. But like Toronto side. Peter said, "CC got a sister." Man. All right, guys. So let's see. Nothing's really going on here, guys. Still same thing. Price is still going sideways, but as you guys can see, price is starting to squeeze. And by that, so if I just draw a line over here and a line right here, you can see that price is starting to squeeze, right? So with price starting to squeeze within this area right here, it's preparing for a breakout. We do have news coming up at 7. So when news does come out, price can easily break out to the upside or break out to the downside. So just keep an eye out for that. It's fine that price is squeezing like this. Sometimes people get scared when price starts to squeeze like this because they don't know what's going to happen next, which, I mean, we can't predict what's going to happen next, but we could anticipate a breakout. So we will see how it moves from here. Yeah, no, I agree, Alan. You guys are kind of in the same boat as us, except we have better weather. We'll see. We'll see how elections play out in the next couple years or so. All right, so price is now coming down. There's a low that's trying to be established here. If a price comes up from this point, it's fine because it'll create a liquidity zone down there. So this is kind of what I want. As you can see at this point, price is kind of swinging back up. So now we have a liquidity area right here. There's a double line that we were looking for. The only problem is that we have news coming up shortly. So, I mean, that might not be too useful because we're probably not going to be able to take the trade at that time. Here we go. Price breaks below this liquidity area. Next area that you guys want to look out for is going to be this dotted blue line and this dotted pink line. The dotted blue line is opening price, and the dotted pink line is news price from earlier this morning. Yeah, a high-low entry right there, like Charles said. However, it's not one that I would take on its own. I'd probably wait for a triple confluence or something like that. But yeah, this is technically a high-low entry. And it looks like it probably hit TP already. Yeah, it did. It hit TP and it bounced right back up. So if you guys were to take that trade, hopefully you guys pulled out a profit already. The spread right now is looking like about 100 pips or so. So nice. Yeah, so Brock said took the high low, didn't have to, I was compelled, but full TP. Yeah, so great work right there, Brock. So this is why it's important that you guys know the strategies that we're applying. Nice. Maddie said he took it on his YOLO account too. So looks like a good amount of you guys did take that high low off this sell. So great work to whoever caught it. I didn't catch it myself. I do find it to be super risky. Nice. Nick said he's up 600 for the day. Maddie said this account is low-key helpful. Yeah, it's kind of nice to have, like what Maddie said, a YOLO account. Because if you guys keep taking these trades, even though they're risky, it'll build your confidence because you're taking these risky trades and they keep hitting. You're like, okay, I'm gonna start taking these on my real account, and then just build your confidence. The thing is, you don't want to build false confidence. So when you do take these trades, make sure that you're taking them only when there's an actual entry. Don't just force a trade because you think it's going to happen, right? The thing with this is if you're taking legitimate trades and they're hitting, it's going to build up your confidence to just take it on your real account. Currently, right now, I don't have that confidence because it's been a crazy week. I didn't trade yesterday. I almost lost a lot of profit yesterday because I accidentally took a trade when nothing was there, playing with the new tools. But yeah, I mean, it is a good use it as long as you use it properly. So when Maddie says YOLO count, it's not like YOLO take every trade. It's more so take every trade that's valid, but it's still risky. So yeah, exactly. Brock said, I think I'll not take any other unofficial trade so I can secure this game. Yeah, no, exactly. You just want to be careful because price is kind of just going sideways at the moment. And there's a lot of areas where price can bounce off. Like, for example, right here, this area that I drew, when price comes down to this area, one of two things will happen. Price will either bounce off it or it'll break through and maybe bounce off the sessions. So for today, I don't think today's a really good day to like hold on to a trade longer than you need to. I think it's better to just pull out and profit when you get to your profit target, because there's just a lot of things that can go wrong with the market today, with it being Friday, with the war going on, just all the updates and stuff. So as I mentioned earlier, price is now within this area, opening price and news price. One of two things will happen. Price will either bounce off this, which it's bouncing off right now. So if you zoom in, you can see where price is bouncing off, directly off that pink line that I drew earlier. So it's bouncing right off it. It'll either bounce off it or it'll come below and drop further. But you can see where it is currently. Okay, so price is now breaking below. Let's see if it closes below. One thing you guys want to look out for is if it closes below, because it can easily just wick all the way back up. So you got about 10 seconds left on this candle. And this is why you guys want to wait for the candle to close. You don't want to just hop in right away, because the thing is it can wick all the way back up like it's doing right here, and you would have been screwed, right? So there you go, that fake out. You can see where the wick bounced off from, right off the pink line. So right there, it bounced off it. Yeah, exactly. So Maddie said it created double liquidity. So right here, as it bounces up, this is actually a good thing, because now that price is pushing up, you have a double liquidity line right here, right? And now that you have double liquidity, what you can wait for is for the retest. So as price bounces up right here, this is completely fine, because now when price comes back down, which it will eventually, when price comes back down and hits this area, you can expect it to drop down further. So yeah, this is why you guys want to be very patient with taking these trades here. I'm sure you guys got caught in this fake out one too many times where probably you think price is coming down. You're like, all right, for sure, I'm taking a sell. And you don't wait for the candle to close and it wakes all the way back up. And then what happens? It pushes up, hits your stop loss. And then what happens after that? It goes straight to your TP. It's the same pattern. So don't get caught in these fake outs, guys. It happens to everybody all the time. Like Rick said that happened to me this morning. Yeah, there's a lot of these tricky plays that happen in the market. You know, if you trade something enough, like as consistent as we do, you'll start to see these patterns repeat themselves. So right here, price is now retesting the liquidity area right here. Let's see if it breaks through it. If it breaks through it, I do expect it to drop even further. However, there is news coming up right here at this red line. So this is why you want to be a bit careful, because price can also be affected by the news. It is medium impact news, so it could have an effect on the market. And as you can see right there, price failed to close below. One thing that you want to look out for is this pink line. See if price closes below. It did close below, and we'll see if it comes down and pushes below. But one thing you want to keep in mind is that it is during news. So let's pull up the news real quick. Yeah, exactly. Rick said I would have lost twice here. Yeah, that's why you guys want to be very patient with these confirmations. The news right here, revised yield and consumer sentiment, is positive news. So with positive news right there, and so there's positive news, negative news right here for pending home sales. Let's see how price reacted to that news event. Price dropped below because it hit that liquidity, and now it's following through with the direction that it was supposed to push to. So as you guys can see right here, I drew these arrows indicating that if price was to break below this liquidity zone or liquidity area, it would push lower. And that's exactly where it went. But you guys want to be careful, because price could be reacting to news, and then it's probably going to swing back up and then come back down. So it wouldn't be too shocking if price swings up and then comes back down, because the news was positive. You know, obviously price is highly manipulated around news. So that's why we don't want to take any trades at, you know, during this period. Rick said my heater just turned on. Didn't even know this house had one. It must be that cold out there. Had to turn on its own. All right, so check out where price is now testing. Price is coming around right here, and it's testing this pink line as it retests the news price from earlier. So a couple of things that you want to keep in mind is that there's now two news prices that are around this area. News happened again right here at 7. So the next news price is going to be right below it, which is right there. Let me just move this liquidity below here, or I'll leave this liquidity right here so that you guys can see, because it is being tested again. So as you can see, it got tested twice, or 3 times actually. Price tested it, came back up slightly, broke below it, faked back up, and then now it's coming back below. For this third test right here, it might drop even further, because the more times that it tests it, not just like bouncing off it, but breaking through it, the stronger the push to the downside. All right, so let's see what happens here. Yeah, exactly. Maddie said it created another double liquidity down below here. The thing that you guys just want to be careful for is going to be these sessions. And as you can see, these news prices right here kind of act as sessions as well. You know, if I take this off, you can see where the wicks are bouncing off, right? Zoom in a little bit. This red candle is wicking off the pink line over here. This green candle is wicking off the green line, a pink line here as well, and also this red one. So we'll see if we can catch a V3 or something. Let me just clean this up. It's too messy. All right, so these are already all used up. You guys kind of see how everything's moving at the moment. Let's see. Nick said, I know that you consider these risky, but these liquidity zones are very easy to trade off of. How come you haven't started to take these trades based off them? So I have started to take trades based off them, Nick, and you even like confirmed it in your question. They're risky, right? So that's exactly, you answered your own question there. I haven't taken them because they're risky, but I do take them as risky trades. So I know you've been here like for the past like a long time now, Nick, and you've seen that I take trades off the liquidity zones. I call them speculative trades because there's no actual trade there. I just trade them as price pushes through the liquidity zones. So I think you answered your own question there. You're asking why I don't take them, and you're saying because they're risky. That's the main reason why I'm not taking them. And you have seen me take them because I do. Nick said, I mean, you have, but you don't quite often. And you answered your question there again, not quite often because they're risky. So yeah, I mean, you answered your own question there altogether. Because you're asking like you're saying that I don't take them, but then you're like, oh, I do take them, but I don't take them often. And you said because they're risky, and that's the main reason. So yeah, exactly. Rick said you don't have to only take Sean, just take the ones that you want. Yeah, no, exactly. And then Vishnu also said the next weeks are going to be iffy. I agree because of the war. So I mean, it's more so about being smart with your trades and not just taking whatever you see on the chart, right? Because the thing is, liquidity zones don't always hit. Like you just saw it here right now. Like it hit liquidity and it bounced up, and then it came back down. And Rick said if he would have taken those trades, he would have lost 2 back to back. Yeah, no, Nick said, oh, I know I do. I'm just wondering because they're very profitable trades. They are, but they're also very risky. So I mean, depending on the risk, that's that'd be the risk that you'd be taking with these trades here. Let's see. So there's no entries available right now. There's let's see, I mean, there's nothing available right now. I was trying to see if there was any V3s or anything, but there just isn't anything available at the moment. And price is kind of just ranging around this area where news price is. So the blue line is opening price, pink line is news price. It's just pretty much bouncing on this area over here. Yeah, exactly. Maddie said he needs to push higher for a V3. So here he goes as it pushes higher. Let me go on the other time frame, see if there's anything else here. There's actually a V3 right here that's already running off 3-minute. It's too late to enter, and it's also too big of a candle. Oh, there goes MT4 disconnecting. Yeah, whenever that happens, something's going on with the exactly. Nick said there goes MT4. Yeah, no. There you go again, the kangaroo. Whenever MT4 does that, guys, I mean, you guys have already seen that. The market usually starts to do something weird. Yeah, Barack said there goes the alarm. So I'll keep looking for trades, but it looks like you probably expect a fake out happening at some point. Rick said that's the sound of someone's account blowing up, right? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was, because so for example, here we are looking for a sell bias, and if someone took a sell down here, and I was warning people not to take any trades down here because of the news price just shot way up. So if you did take a sell at some point over here, that's some heavy drawdown, like 1,200 pips. So this is why you guys want to be very patient and careful with your trades. Make sure to use proper risk every time, guys. I've seen some people who just over leverage. I know you guys feel overly confident with the trades that I call here because, rarely lose any trades, but even if that's the case, you should still be using proper risk. Also with the increased volatility, you guys want to be using probably lower risk because you can get caught in slippage. So just, just keep in mind because price is now pushing up. Yeah, Maddie did call the V3 right here though. So the low V3 right there, this would have pushed up and hit full TP. But as I mentioned before, guys, I'm trying to trade in the direction of bias. Yeah, exactly. Nick said 3 lots, 10 pips, or I think he means 100 pips. Do that 2 or 3 times and you're good. Yeah, exactly. I mean, same with my 10 lot. If I'm doing a 10 lot and going for 100 pips, that's like 1,000 profit each trade, which, I mean, it's pretty good if you could do that consistently. Okay, so price now created a liquidity area right here. So what you can look out for is a test and maybe a retest. You don't want to hop in on the first test because it's going to be, I mean, it's going to be bouncing pretty crazy. Let's see. Oh man, taxes. Jeez, I gotta do my taxes this week. Let's see. Yeah, so this is a V3 right here. Henry's asking if this is setting up as a V3. It is, but it's a bit risky because it's too close. Like the stop loss is too tight. I mean, technically it's going to hit TP already, or it might. We usually want it to be about 300 pips back. It's only 200 pips right here, Henry. So this is a V3, but the stop loss is just too close to be entering this right here. And this is why. So you can see price is probably going to come hit stop loss and then come back down. Yeah, exactly. So Maddie said your stop loss will be above liquidity if it's 300 pips or so, and you get caught in that push. So Maddie's 100% right. If your stop loss was above here, so this is what could happen. If price comes up and then hits liquidity, it'll just skyrocket right through and hit your stop loss. So there's a couple of red flags there. So Maddie's 100% correct about that. The main reason why I wouldn't take this as a V3 is the fact that the stop loss is too close. We want it to be at least 300 pips or so. So, it's just weighing the pros and cons of this possible entry here. But this has, this has a lot to do with it being too risky of a trade. And there you go. Price is hitting liquidity right there. This will either break through it or pull back for a retest. Yeah, Matt, I agree with your response too to Nick, but it's all about trade psychology. So Nick was just saying how he doesn't like to take certain lot sizes. The lot size really depends on your confidence, right? I mean, if you're super confident, you'll take a full lot size. If you're not confident, then you're going to take a half lot size, and there's nothing wrong with that. You guys should stick to what you're comfortable with. So like, just like what Nick said, it just depends. Like if you feel risky, take a smaller lot, or if it's feeling risky, take a smaller lot size. If you feel confident, take a bigger lot size. For me, I'm only taking trades that I'm like absolutely sure going to hit, right? So whenever I take a trade, I almost always go full lot size unless I think that it's risky. You got to risk something when you're trading. You can't just be scared all the time with all your entries here. This is why I'm very conservative with the trades that I take. If I'm taking like every single entry, then yeah, I'll take a smaller lot size. But if I know this trade's going to hit, it wouldn't make sense for me not to take a full lot size, because then I'm basically knocking out like multiple trades with just one nice win. Yeah, exactly like what Peter said here too. Peter said some people react different when they see 600 drawdown versus 6K drawdown, so they use smaller lots. Yeah, that's definitely right. It all has to do with trade psychology. I mean, I pretty much trade with no emotion, so it's like it doesn't really affect me. Like if I take a trade, I'm like, oh, 10 lots. All right, TP, cool. It's not like taking a trade and then sweating throughout the entire move. Tiana said, so I'm trading on the live. Didn't realize I'm trading US 100. I'm up 1,500 from this morning. So yeah, Tiana, you're actually trading the Nasdaq. If you're trading US 100, that's a whole different asset. So good job to you for catching that. But yeah, you should probably switch back to the right asset. Let me take a look at CNBC right now. So Nasdaq is actually down. So you're trading opposite of, or I'm not sure if you're taking a buy or a sell, but the Nasdaq is currently down right now, 52 points. So maybe you are taking a sell. I'll pull it up just real quick to see what you got going on there. Oh, so it looks like you probably took a sell here. You took buys. Okay, so you caught it from like way down here. There was actually a V3. So this is the buy that Tiana basically took. There's a V3 right there. So it looks like you might have taken the buy down there and it went straight to full TP, and it pushed up pretty high actually. So great work off that, Tiana. But I'd probably be careful on the next trade you take. So let me just go back to US30. But yeah, there was a V3 right there. There's another V3 here. So if you took a V3 here, a win, another V3 right here, another win. So the V3s are hitting. It's just, I mean, it depends on how risky you want to be. So it looks like bias might be changing for a buy, guys. So if bias does switch up and continue to push to the upside, then, maybe we can take some buys. Looking over here at the fundamentals, the Dow is currently up 222 points. S&P is up 13 points. NASDAQ's down 77 points. Russell 2K is down less than a point. The VIX is down less than a point. Looking over here at retail sentiment. Retail sentiment is currently 59% long. So bias is starting to change here, guys. Retail sentiment is now shifting the other way, which is completely fine. Bias doesn't have to stay one way. Market is starting to kind of stabilize a bit from the war that's been going on in Ukraine. So with that said, it's fine. Bias can change, but if bias needs to shift back up, that's fine too. Here he goes. Price starts to swing back down. So just going back over what we were looking at, guys, the sentiment isn't very strong. Sentiment is 60% long. Fundamentals are currently very bullish. So there's a big conflict there. The main thing that we want to look for is confirmation of the technicals. So currently right now they're indecisive on the 1 minute. The 3 minute, they're bullish. You can see price is, and it hit full TP right here for that V3 off the 3 minute. Price is above the pivots and the trend meters green. Here on the 5 minute, same situation. Price is above the pivots and the trend meters green. Lastly, here on the 10 minute, last confirmation, price is above the pivots and the trend meters green. So there was also a V3 here off the 10 minute. Not sure if anyone caught that, but it was right there for about 700 pips. That hit full TP as well. So it looks like our bias might be shifting to a buy. So, we'll see what happens here. This technically would be a V3, but there's no pending buy there. So unfortunately, no V3 off that, but it technically would have been one. Yeah, Tiana said multiple scalps, about 1,500. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I was treating it like it was US30 and the profit started coming. Yeah, that's a good mistake right there, Tiana. I'm glad you locked in some profit off that. Yeah, exactly. Roger said ranging in the middle of the wider range. No bueno. I agree. No, definitely. So this is the wider range right here that Roger is referring to. We have the high, the low, and now it's a smaller range within it. This would technically be a V3. However, it's not going to count because there's no pending buy signal. We need this buy signal to be happening after this entry. However, I know some people like to disregard that requirement and just trade in the direction of the trend. If you were doing that, looks like it's pushing up pretty nicely. So technically a V3 there if you were to disregard the momentum requirement. Also, it's pushing up to liquidity right here. Thinking about maybe taking this for the last push. Let's see. it hits the liquidity again, I'll probably take it and just cash like the last. I'm just gonna go for like 100 pips or so. It's gonna last. And whatever. I was gonna take it, but it's all right. My one-click trading was off. Now I'm gonna hold off on it. I'm not gonna FOMO. This is probably the worst thing for me to do. FOMO on a Friday. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna watch, and then we'll see if it plays through. Yeah, there's another V3 here for a sell actually that's coming up too. So, and Matt said FOMO Fridays. It's probably a good thing that I didn't enter that because I was trying to catch the last push of it right here. I'd been some drawdown at that time. If I was to enter it, it would have hit TP though. Damn. So that would have been nice, but it's okay. I'm not going to FOMO into these moves. So full TP off that. Well, it's not a real V3, but it technically would have been one if we didn't cash it there. Yeah, nice. Rune actually caught it. So yeah, he said, good call, coach. So here's where you guys can use different confluences, right? So Nick, like earlier, you were talking about taking trades based off the liquidity, right? This is the liquidity that I was looking for. The same thing that I was just referring to. I don't just take random trades off liquidity. If there's a trade that's pushing through liquidity, then that's one that I would want to take. So right here, this would have been solid because there was technically a V3 here, but it was a risky V3 because it didn't fit all the requirements. However, it was pushing through liquidity, and this is where I would have pushed it to push the upside. So I'm glad to see a lot of you guys here took the trade. I was literally going to take it with you as well. I was literally going to take it with you guys, but my one-click trading was off. Whenever I close my MT4, it turns off. So unfortunately, I couldn't hop into it with you guys, but definitely some good moves there. Baruch said, hello, if I buy a subscription, will you serve me? No. Bro, I'm not here to serve anybody. No. What kind of question is that, bro? If I buy a subscription, will you serve me? No, I definitely will not serve you. All right, anyways, back to our analysis here. All right, price is pushing up. Sorry guys, I just was like weird. Kind of threw me off there. I mean, this is why I close the signups for K2 guys, because that like, so I was mentioning before. Well, we've been mentioning it for like the past couple months, guys. The signups aren't closed to random. I mean, it's closed to random people, but if you have friends and family that want to join, you know, they can sign up. It's just I'm not trying to sign up random people to K2 because I'm not here to like teach people the basics and all that stuff. If you guys want to come here and learn, great, but I'm not going to like hold your hand through like everything here. Let's see. Right, Brock. You know, exactly. Peter said, Sean, I need my car washed, dry clean picked up. What time can you serve me? Oh man. Henry said, bow down, Sean, bow down. All right, guys, big candle right here. So let's see as price starts to push around this area. So it's creating a new area of liquidity right here. I mean, not area of liquidity, a new range right here. So price has created a high here and then a low right here. As you guys can see above here, it's creating that double line of liquidity right here. So if price does push up, it might push through it and then shoot right through. So let's see, this price pushes above. Let's see. Just saw your message. All right, so price is pushing back up. You're seeing a lot of liquidity, or not liquidity, volatility right now. Price is now pushing above this area, the area of liquidity that we were marking up. It might fake out, come back down, and then come back for a retest, or it can just push right through it. So yeah, Charles said, RIP to whoever took the V3 sell. So guys, this is why you guys want to look for the bias, right? So like what Charles is saying, if someone took the V3 right here, they would have gotten burnt super bad. There's like a lot of reasons why you wouldn't have taken this trade. I think this might have been well, actually, it's a decent stop loss. But the main reason why I wouldn't have taken this here is because the bias doesn't line up. So this goes back to like what we were discussing with regard to taking, very specific trades. Because if you take every trade, you're not going to win every trade. But if you look for the ones that are actually good, then your odds of winning are a lot higher. So this is why you want to trade in the direction of the bias. The bias right now for the technicals are bullish. And that's what I was discussing earlier. So I was telling you guys that the bias was changing bullish because fundamentals are so high. Fundamentals are currently up 316 points, 319 points plus the technicals are also bullish. So they're bullish because price is above the pivots, trend meters green. So obviously I wouldn't be looking to take any sells at this moment. Retail sentiment is currently just stale right now. It's at 59%, starting to shift. So our bias is definitely shifting to a buy for the day. This again right here would be a V3. I mean, technically a V3, but not really because there's no pending buy signal. But this would technically be a V3 entry. And it's hitting liquidity right there, and it looks like it's going to hit TP again right there as well. How far is this? I think it's too far for me to FOMO into this. I'm definitely not going to FOMO. It's too late. But that would have been another full TP right there. All right. The same guy is like, why? I mean, KT website. God's give him All right, let me see what else we got over here. See this over here. See, so you guys sent in some profits. See what everyone's locked in today. So looking at this for the morning so far, Rick locked in a total of 4,444. Nice work, Rick. Kenny over here locked in a total of 2,859. Great work, Kenny. Dell over here locked in a total of 1,809. Great work, Dell. Damn, Junior said 77 degrees in Florida. Must be nice out there. Damn, 77 degrees. That's crazy. Weather's way nicer out there. Kenny over here locked in a total of 3,424. Nice work, Kenny. Dell again right here, 2,020 off this account. His other account right here, 2,365. Great work, Dell. Matthew over here locked in 538. Nice work, Matthew. Jonathan over here locked in a total of 452. Nice recovery off that trade right there, Jonathan. Tiana over here, these are the NASDAQ trades she was accidentally in. She locked in a total of 2,614 for the day. Great work, Tiana. Narith over here locked in a total of 11,655. Nice work, Narith. And then Matt over here locked in a total of 2,633. All wins, no losses. Great work, guys. You guys are killing it this morning. I haven't taken any trades myself, but I'm glad to see a lot of you guys here killing it. Albert as well locked in a total of 326. So Nice work, everybody. Everyone's killing it so far. Rashida over here as well. She locked in a total of 612 off this account. She locked in 714 off her other account as well. So great work across both accounts right there, Rashida. You guys are all killing it. Kenny again over here too, locked in a total. And what happened, Kenny? Kenny went from having all this profit to this right here. Did you take a like a random sell? It looks like you're still holding it too, Kenny. I think this is your demo, right? So thankfully it's your demo and you're not taking this on a real account. But damn, you're like, I'm assuming you took this from like way down here and just held on to it. Kenny said, is there any trade gods? Price might come down eventually. It's just going to take some time. But yeah, the bias did change to a bullish bias, guys. So we're definitely looking for buys now. It's we just need a retracement. So for this right here, we're looking for price to retrace back and then push back up right here. And that's where we'll take our entry. Miles over here locked in a total of 414. So nice work right there. Miles, Maddie over here as well, locked in a total of 1,090. So great work right there, guys. Eunice as well. Eunice locked in 355. Nice work, Eunice. And then we got David over here. David said, I'm happy, just a few days to trade, and I passed my challenge first step. Wow, so that's crazy. So if you guys remember David, he joined K2 like a week or 2 weeks ago. He was like really deep down in drawdown on his MFF. He's been trading with us with K2 for like, I think a couple weeks now. He's made his way back into profit. Today he made 268. And then, yeah, so his drawdown, dude, he was down 9,519. So he was down like about to blow his account. He made it right back into profit and he reached his profit target. So amazing work right there, and huge recovery, David, because David came to K2 like he was like literally about to lose his account. Like he was literally so close to losing it. He came right back. He just followed what we do here at K2, was consistent, and he went from losing his account to, I told him to just make it back to break even so he can get a retry. He was like, no, he kept going, and now he passed his MFF. So big congrats to David here. This is what consistency is, guys. If you guys see David, me and him had our first conversation on February 16th, right? It's February 25th. He's joined K2 for 2 weeks. He brought his account back from the dead, and now he passed. So amazing work, David. Congrats, bro. Did it. And I was telling him to just get a free retry. He was like, no, I'm gonna go and pass this. And that's what he did. So yeah, David's been part of K2 for like 2 weeks now. Passed his MFF, and yeah, got more to come. So yeah, nice work, guys. Peter said, wait, I thought K2 was a scam, right? Henry's asking, how do you get a free retry? You get a free retry on either MFF or FTMO. You just need to make it like, if your challenge ends, you have to be in net positive profit. So you can't be in the negative. If you're in the positive but haven't passed, then you get a free retry. Or if you're on a goal to pass, you could just even make it right back and pass. So Ruben said, Sean with the CPR, bringing folks back from the dead. Yeah, no, great work, guys. So that's what I like to see. I like to see how like people join K2 like with really big problems with their accounts, and they're able to bring it back. The thing is, David doesn't even have the indicators. David is just taking what we do here on the live. Like he's literally here just taking what we do on the live, and he's doing amazing. So great work, guys. Guys, so Andreas over here, he's having an issue getting the terminal up on his MT5. I don't know if anyone knows how to pull up the terminal. So this is a screenshot. He's trying to get the part on the bottom where it shows your profit. I don't know where it shows up here on the MT5, because I use MT4. I don't know if anyone knows how to fix that. Maybe you can like pop into the chat and give Andreas an area to look at. All right, so we'll see if anyone could help him out with that. Peter said, say no to MT5. Oh yeah, so that's what I told him. I told him to look at the toolbox, but I don't think he looked at it. Let me message him. Set to hit Control plus T. Turn said it's under View Toolbox, because I did tell him, I said to click on Toolbox right here. I don't think he did it. We'll see. I figured it was Toolbox because it seemed like Toolbox was the one for the bottom. Thanks, Brendan. Thanks, Sharon. Thanks, Brock. Yeah, and I told him that too, Randy. So we'll see if you can figure that out. Anyways, price is now ranging within this area. All right, so price volatility died down quite a bit. You can see that this last candle is like literally nothing in the body. This one too is very slow. And yeah, no, definitely. David said, thanks to your advice, bro. Just the beginning of a great life. Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, so like a little backstory on like David. David lives in Guatemala, I believe, right? Or somewhere on there, somewhere in South America. And man, that's gonna make a big change once he gets funded on the account, and then he starts jacking those funded accounts. It's a huge game changer. This is why I like using FTMO, and I like how people are able to succeed at it, because it makes a huge difference trading a big account with small capital. All right, guys, so price is not really doing much. You can see price is kind of just going sideways right here. But then you get random volatility spikes like this. See, Orion's hit at 3 minutes. So technically there's a V3 here on the 3 minute. Let's see how wide is it. It's actually not that bad. It's about 500 pips. 500 pips right here. So V3 right there, another V3 here off the 5. Damn, that thing's dumping. I was hoping that if there was a V3 right here, I would have taken it, but it yeah, it's dumping kind of heavy right now. I wouldn't FOMO into this trade here. It's pushed down quite a bit. Man, I gotta fix my sinuses in the morning. I think it's allergies, but this cold weather is annoying. Where's Kip at? Is Kip here? I need my doctor to give me a Kip's not even here. Kip's probably doing some open heart surgery at the moment. Hey, Kip's giving me some medical advice, how to fix my my sinuses every morning. It's just annoying here on the live, and my nose gets clogged up. Yeah, Kip's on the chat. I think he's probably working right now. He's doing some doctor stuff. Anyways, there goes the last push right there. I was thinking about hopping in for the last push right here just to catch, and it would have hit TP, but it's okay. Woulda, coulda, shoulda off that last push right there. Same with the 5. So here's the V3 that you guys identified. There was a V3 right here off the 5, V3 off the 3. Nice. So Maddie caught it off the 5. It's Longy caught it off or you saw the 10. Let's see. John said I have the same problem with my nose, my allergy to my cancer medication. Yeah, it's weird. Like I didn't have allergies for the longest time, and I started getting allergies. I don't know, maybe it's because we're getting older. Nice, nice. So it looks like a lot of you guys did catch the move right there. It's Longy caught it, Rashida caught it, Orain caught it, Miles caught it. So great work, everybody. I didn't take any, I didn't take it myself, so I have no profit, but Miles over here locked in. He said FOMO, fortunately it paid off. So Miles over here actually took that sell right here. He locked in a total of 342 for a total profit of 748 for the day. So great work right there, Miles. See Jay over here. Damn, Jay's got 2 trades running. And he's driving to SF. So Jay, he's right here listening to the live and taking trades. So he took the sells right there off the 3 minute and the 5. He just closed out. He was in profit about 5,000 across both accounts. So Nice work right there, Jay. Yeah, bro, have a safe drive. It's cold out there. I'm actually going to the Bay too. I'm going to the Bay like next month, I think. Let me check my calendar. Yeah, I'm going to the Bay this time next month. See Kenny over here. Oh, nice. So Kenny's still holding on to his trade from earlier. He's I mean, you might as well just hold on to it and see if it comes down, Kenny. I know it's your demo, so it's not a big deal. I do think it's going to come down eventually. There's going to be liquidity sitting right here anyway, so price will probably come down eventually. There we go with that low. Let's see, Janae over here. She said working on consistency, and you're doing a great job, Janae. So Janae over here has 3 back-to-back wins, no losses. She's been moving her stop loss in profit, making some pretty solid lock gains off her account. Made a total of 190 for the day. So great work right there, Janae. I can see that you got stopped out in profit on all of your trades. So it's good to see that you're you're letting your trades breathe a bit. Scotty over here as well. Scotty locked in a total of 533 for the day. So great work right there, Scotty. There's a V3. Oh, fuck, there's a V3 buy right here. It's too late for me to enter. Would have been nice, but yeah. V3 buy right there. Damn, I was gonna freaking take the last. I was trying to hop in for the last 100 pips, and I missed it. It pushed up too fast. So great work, guys. Another one over here. Let's see. Yeah, another one right here. I was gonna try to catch the last 100 pips of it, but as soon as I was gonna hit buy, this thing just shot right through it. So it's all good. Yeah, no, I agree with you too, Henry. Henry said San Fran really lost its appeal. It used to be a great place to go to. No, and I agree too. I've been to San Fran like a couple times in the past. It was nice like a long time ago. Now it's kind of like, I mean, the city is kind of like, it's kind of shit, obviously. It's kind of dangerous, Oakland in the city. But yeah, I'm just going for like a weekend. I'm gonna go to just visit family out there. I have a cousin that goes to Berkeley, so I'm gonna go out there to Berkeley here and hang out in the city for the most part. Jonathan said, "Do not go to the Tenderloin." Yeah, I know. I'm not really trying to stay in the city very much. I'm probably just gonna go there to go to the clubs at night, but I'm not gonna hang out there during the day. Yeah, Henry said he sleep with the homeless downtown. It is bad near down. Yeah, no, exactly. I agree, Henry. I was gonna drive up there, but I know if I drive my car up to SF, it's gonna get broken into, probably stolen. So I'm just gonna Uber everywhere once we get over there. We're flying, then I'm gonna Uber around there. All right, so back to the charts. Anyways, there's nothing for us to take at the moment. There was that V3 there. And I was hoping to catch at least one trade, but I don't know if we're gonna get one. It's 7:42 right now. Time's like flying by pretty quick. Oh yeah, Jay said he used to live in the Tenderloin. Tenderloin was actually not that bad like a while back. Yeah, I know it's crazy now. Yeah, Jay said I used to live in Tenderloin for 9 months. It was crazy, bro. Yeah, I used to I think the last time I went to the Tenderloin was probably like 10 or 12 years ago, which it wasn't as bad back then. It's actually decent. Now it's like it's pretty bad. A lot of homeless. Don't listen. Why would he go to the TL? Exactly right. So here's Jay's profits. Damn, Jay, you're killing it. So Jay took sells here. He was up 5K, and then again right here he took buys. Now he's up 4K on this one as well. So nice work right there, Jay. And he's on his drive up to SF at the moment. So yeah, great work right there, Jay. Perfect. All right, guys. So thanks to everybody who helped Andreas find his terminal button on MT5. It worked. It was toolbox. So no entries here off the 1 minute. Let's go back to the 3-minute over here. There's actually a V, or I mean, technically, because there's no pending signal right there. 5-minute right here. Not really much going on there either. So nothing off the 5. The 10-minute though. Yeah, there's technically a sell here, but I wouldn't take a sell because the bias is very bullish. So yeah, nothing off this, nothing off the 10, nothing off the 5. I mean, we're obviously looking for buys right now. The bias right now is currently a buy. Technicals are bullish. You can see price is above the pivots, trend meters green on the 1-minute, 3-minute, 5-minute, and 10-minute. Looking over at fundamentals, fundamentals are currently up 384 points. Lastly, here for the retail sentiment, it's currently 58% long. So the sentiment is starting to change, and our bias is confirming for a buy. One thing that you guys want to keep in mind, though, is that market might start to reverse at some point. Let's look on the higher time frame over here, not the daily, but let's go like on the hour. So as you can see, price is pretty low. So it's trying to make its way back up for recovery. So the war happened, or the war started to happen right here on the 23rd, right? This is where the price started to waterfall when Russia started bombing Ukraine. You can see here that price is now starting to correct back to the upside. The area that price needs to get back to is, I can't remember what day the war started happening. I think it was Tuesday. Or no, Tuesday was a holiday. It was Wednesday. So on the 23rd, this is where the war started happening, right here on the 23rd. So I'll just mark up this area right here. Price is now basically back to where it was before the war in Ukraine started happening, right? So this is where the war started happening on the 23rd. Price is now back to where it was before that happened. So now price is starting to stabilize around this area. And what you guys want to look out for is whether price pushes above, retests, and continues to push up higher, or if price fails to break and close past this area and it comes back down, right? So this is going to be a key point to look out for. I know a lot of you guys don't really look at this because you don't look at it from a bigger perspective, but the war happened right here. This is when the war happened, and you can see price started dropping, right? Price is now corrected back up. It's already made the recovery for that entire drop for the past 2 days when the war was going on. Now that price has made it back to where it was prior to the bombings and stuff, now this is where it's going to be a key point to pay attention to. Price is either going to continue pushing up higher, or it's going to come back down and just continue dropping. So you guys want to be very careful with whatever trades you guys decide to take, because this is going to be a big factor with determining what your bias is going to be. So if you guys are taking buys, be careful, because price is now within a very highly manipulated area, because price might just go sideways from here, and then after it goes sideways, it'll choose a direction, whether it goes up or whether it continues to push down. So just a little heads up, if you guys are looking to take trades right now. It's 7:47 right now, so I don't know if we're going to catch anything today, but I was hoping to catch at least one trade. Right here, you can see price hit liquidity. As soon as it hit liquidity right here, it pushed right through. But yeah, we'll see what happens next. Other than that, yeah, Talanji said, damn, time flew today. Yeah, it's 7:48 already. It's getting close to 8. I didn't realize it, like it was already 8 until the sun started hitting my face, because let's see. Yeah, no, exactly. I see 6 said announcement of the deployment late yesterday. When Americans land, it might be the move up looking for. a huge possibility for it to drop even further because of the other factors such as the Fed. Yeah, one thing that you guys want to keep in mind is that next week we have it's NFP. So with NFP next week, we'll see a lot of high volatility. It'll push price, one way or the other. But yeah, so it's probably going to be a bit slower. Or I mean, it's going to be pretty busy the entire week. It might be slow like Monday through Wednesday or Monday through Tuesday, and then Wednesday it's going to start picking up when unemployment news starts to come out and Fed members start to speak. So they're going to speak here on Wednesday. They're also going to speak here on Thursday or Friday, I believe. But definitely NFP on next Friday. So other than that, let's see if there's anything else here. Dude, the same guy that messaged me, that was asking me if he signs up, will I serve him? He just messaged me on Instagram, like I'm not the same person. Let me just check this out real quick. Man, this guy's a scammer, dude. Looking at his IG. All right, I'm starting to respond. That dude's definitely a scammer. If you guys saw his IG page, it's just like a bunch of scam things. All right, anyways, back to what we were looking at over here. There is a high here that was established. I should probably ask him the same question. I said, if I sign up for your subscription, will you serve me? Peter said, what's his IG? It's kind of a weird name. It's too long. It's all right. It's just too long of a name to type out. C6 said Peter's gonna send you feet pics. All right, so there's nothing really going on right now. It's 7:51. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop your questions in the chat. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to catch any trades today. We weren't able to call anything official. I'm glad to see a lot of you guys here did lock in profits, but this is typical for a Friday. Friday is usually a risky day to trade anyways, and I don't necessarily plan on taking trades on Fridays. We had some good trades this week. I don't think I had any losses this week. Or I think I might have done earlier this week. Let me just scroll up real quick. So the week started here on the 20th. Yeah, I had one loss this week. So I had one loss on Monday, but I pretty much made it back because we didn't have any other losses this week. Took a couple trades on Tuesday, a couple trades on Wednesday. Overall, I think I'm in profit. It's just this week's been a weird week. The war was happening. There's just a lot of things happening all throughout that affected the market one way or another. So yeah, definitely, David. Yeah, no, exactly. So David said, someone asked me on the chat to pass this challenge today. I didn't answer him. See, I blown 2 FTMO accounts, 1 forex funds because of an internet problem. Woke up at 3 a.m. to practice and see your videos. It takes time, effort, psychology over and over. And like you said before, if we don't learn to do it ourselves, then there's no reason to enter this type of business. Yeah, definitely. So have a great weekend, David, and I'll see you on Monday. Blessings. Yeah. So I'll see you on Monday, David. I'm glad to see you passed your challenge here. So this is just the beginning, but definitely, great work right there. Definitely, bro. Great weekend. Yeah, exactly. Just like what David said. So like David was basically saying that, if you don't want to learn how to trade, there's no reason for you to get into trading because the market's always evolving. The thing with here at K2 is that we're always analyzing the charts. So we're evolving with the market. Um, and once you guys learn this skill, it's a skill that you'll always have. So that's my goal, to make sure that you guys actually learn this stuff and not just look for signals or trades that I take. While you can, you can do that while you're learning, but eventually you do want to learn to actually know how to trade. All right, so price is pushing up higher right here. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to drop your questions in the chat. It's 7:54 right now. Next week, we're probably going to hold our mentoring session on Friday. I'm going to try to have that with for Kenny, because I know he can only come during certain times. Let's see if there's anything else over here that I'm missing. I just saw your message, Sam. Brian said, Sean, are you using the DOM with FTMO? Just curious. It's pretty much the same thing as MT4 DOM. So I haven't used the FTMO one yet, Brian. I don't even know where to download it. I had an issue when I was looking for it on the website. I couldn't find the tool. So I'm still using the MT4 DOM. The only difference with the FTMO one is that it just has a little more details that you can change to it. But if you're okay with the MT4 one, I would just use MT4 since it's built in. You're not really going to have any issues with it. So yeah, guys, it's 7:55. I don't really have any other questions here. Let's see if there's any other profits to take a look. Kenny over here. Damn, so Kenny held on to that trade he was like running earlier. Probably not a good trade to play around, but it's okay because it was his demo. So it's not like it was his real account. Other than that, I think that's it. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out. I'm going to wrap up some K2 back office work with the what was I going to say, the results and stuff like that. But other than that, I think that's about it. Unfortunately, this week was kind of rocky. I think next week will be a bit smoother with NFP. So if you guys don't have to trade, I'd recommend just sitting out the rest of the day and save your capital for next week. Next week, volatility will be high. So maybe we'll have another big week like we did at the beginning of February. So just 1 second. All right, guys. So I think that's it for today. I got to go walk my dogs. These dudes are starting to go crazy. So if you guys have questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I would just sit out the rest of the day and pick back up on Monday. So have a great weekend, guys. And if you guys have anything to discuss, probably save it for the next session on Monday. But other than that, have a safe weekend, and I will see you guys here on Market Open. So see you guys